Jive from server 54, just demonstrating a little bit of a hack for how to get around the Capitol grounds faster. So what I've done is I've asked my my colleague over here, my alliance partner, where is he? Yeah, so he's down here, you can see him, Christoph. He is down on the opposite end of the map, approximately, what is that, 50 some odd Ks away, according to the eyeball anyway. So normally what you'd be doing this for is to help get from what we used to call the green zone up here, to help get across perhaps a thick layer of buffer, of shielded buffer, and try to quickly get into either somebody who needs reinforcement, or quickly shoot up into the actual battleground capital zone, this darker brown area where you can't, where it's tanks only. Or this can be used either to quickly reinforce someone in this sort of middle range between these, in this middle range here, or quickly shoot across to quickly get to the capital if that ever comes up. So what I've asked him to do is he's got, where is it, this one here, okay. So you notice he's got only one hero in this. The reasoning for that is that the troops that hero brings to the rally will not be actively engaged in defense should he get hit. So this just allows him to kind of leave this idle. You can see here it's running at 30 minutes. It's only got 30 minutes, or he's got 30 minutes on this clock. So it'll just stay open, kind of like how we do for the looting hack. But by putting one hero in it, he still maximizes his defense in the meantime. So what I'm going to do here is I am now going to join that from 50 kilometers away and pan up here, and my guy is just zooming across the map. No one's going to be able to intercept him. I know we always have that problem with you can't get your troops in quickly enough before they get intercepted a lot, and by the time they get there, they're at half strength. And then as he gets close, before he gets there, drag and drop. And now if you need to reinforce him, you have to do this step before you then go to reinforce the base. Because if you simply let him arrive for the boomer rally, oh, looks like somebody else is coming in. Who's that? If you simply arrive at the boomer rally, as this guy is currently doing, he's not going to be reinforcing. His troops are going to be engaged for that. His troops are going to, the blue troops who just arrived, they're going to be occupied on that boomer rally, and they're not going to count towards defense. So that's why you have to break away on the approach and then go and join as a reinforcement. However, if you forget and they arrive, then all you have to do, I'd have to remove them, but you would come in here to the boomer rally. Now I joined him as a reinforcement, but you would come in here, you'd see a little orange dot. You'd see a little orange dot on this if you had joined it. I think it's a little orange return arrow. So you would tap that, you would begin slowly marching back towards your own base, and then you can pull them back in as a reinforcement. So anyway, I would like to test this a little bit further. I understand this only works over a certain distance. Someone seems to think it's at least 90 kilometers. It might be up to 100. Might play around with that a little bit more now and proof test it, and I'll leave whatever I figure out, I'll leave in the title of the video. But yeah, that's the boomer rally marching hack, useful in the Capitol grounds. Thanks for watching. Part 2 to the last video. I've teleported in and out a few times to narrow this down. So you can see here, Kiritov, 79 kilometers. It did not work over 80 as far as I can tell. I started over 100, kept going down. You can see there 79. I think 80 kilometers is the threshold, and you can see it still works here. And 40 seconds to get from sort of outside the perimeter cluster. 40 seconds to get all the way over here. So that should be more than enough to get, yeah, from outside the cluster, provided somebody can get inside, provided one of your allies can get inside the Capitol grounds or somewhere you want to be. Yeah, 80 kilometers should be more than enough to get sort of from outside the cluster to anywhere in the Capitol grounds. Potentially, I should have sent him back. Now I'm waiting 3 minutes until I can get out of there. So yeah, hard to say exactly. It doesn't really give you a great way to measure distance until you place your base in a given spot. But again, I was way up here, right up there, and yeah, able to get down here. So I should think that, you know, that should be enough theoretically. If you can't get a spot, if we're completely stacked inside the perimeter and, you know, thick, like 8-10 bases deep on the outside, you could be parked on the outside and potentially march to an ally who's maybe right here on the edge of the two browns, and use that hack to quickly zoom in and get next to the Capitol to directly attack the Capitol if you have to do that. But most definitely, if you're parked on the outside and someone needs reinforcements, then yeah, they can use that. They can start a rally, quickly zoom in across the contested area, across this area here, get close to their base, you peel off, you don't join the rally, and then you approach as a reinforcement, or you just leave the rally, let them march 5 seconds away and come back in as a reinforcement. But yeah, 80 kilometers is the cap.